It's no longer news that the Golden State Warriors missed the playoffs in 2024, but I won't beat around the bush and say it. 2 seasons after being on top of the NBA world, they couldn't even get through the play-in tournament. They finished the 2023-24 season with a 46-36 record, squeaking into the play-in as the 10th seed in the Western Conference. Their 43-36 record looked decent, but not what you expect from a former champion. Now everyone's asking whether Steph and the crew have another championship run in them. Is their window closed, or can they swing it open again? I've got a bunch of reasons as to why they might just be the next champions. First off, let's talk about the young guns. We've got Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, and Trayce Jackson-Davis. These guys are solid. Kuminga's ready to go. Moody's a reliable two-way wing, though he's got some stiff competition for playing time. But while the young bloods look like they might turn out to be key, the old heads aren't getting any younger. Steph, Draymond, and Klay have no doubt been the cornerstone to the Warriors dynasty, but Draymond's been a bit unpredictable lately. Klay, meanwhile, has left the trio. No kidding. He spent his entire NBA career with the Dubs, but after entering free agency, he is set to agree on a deal with the Dallas Mavericks. There weren't any serious talks between Klay and the Warriors about a new deal for a while, and he drew attention as a free agent. It's time for the Dubs to move past this phase. The Warriors' whole strategy of blending old superstars with young talent has always been a gamble. The big concern was that the young guns wouldn't get good fast enough to help the aging vets win another title and wouldn't be able to take over once the older guys retired. Aging stars sticking together usually means the team gets older and more expensive, while younger, faster teams start to outshine them. Changing that trajectory isn't easy. Since their 2022 title run, the Warriors have looked into other win-now trades. They even had talks with the Toronto Raptors about OG Anunoby at the 2023 trade deadline, but nothing significant came from those discussions. So here we are with the Warriors still trying to find the perfect mix of old and new, hoping they can squeeze out another championship before the window closes. But let's agree on one fact. As long as Steph is on the roster, the Warriors always have a shot at the NBA championship. I mean, the guy's a game changer any day, any time. But let's be real. The Warriors need more than just a role player to get back to the top. They could definitely use some better perimeter defense and another sharpshooter to keep teams honest. With Klay gone, the Warriors are likely looking at free agency or trades to find a new shooting option to pair with Steph. The league is changing. The last regular season hinted at this, and the playoffs confirmed it. Success now hinges less on star power and experience, once the backbone of teams like the Golden State Warriors. Instead, athleticism, shooting prowess, stylistic flexibility, and team chemistry are taking center stage. It's a game where aggressiveness on offense and defense cuts like a double-edged sword. Experience still holds weight, but even the Warriors, with their veteran advantage, are finding it less decisive as other teams gain postseason mileage. The question now is how the Warriors can stay competitive going forward. They couldn't outlast teams like the Lakers, Suns, Pelicans, or Kings over an 83-game stretch, none of whom pose a real threat in the Western Conference. So, what's the missing piece? It's clear they're looking for more than just minor adjustments. They need a significant upgrade. Even Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy Jr., reflecting after the trade deadline, admitted no move could have altered their fate significantly, but rather internal development. The Warriors, despite their popularity and financial success, aren't exactly the hottest destination for free agents right now. They're strapped for cash under the cap and have a core leadership trio already set in stone. They're not the go-to team if you're chasing a good pay as an experienced player, so they might not attract the top-tier options. But what they do have to offer is playing time and plenty of shots. As we said, Klay is out of the picture, so a starting spot's up for grabs. Plus, there's the advantage of playing alongside Steph. So how can the Warriors truly change their situation? Wiggins 2.0 might just be what they need. Take Zach LaVine, for example. He just turned 29 and isn't typically the Warriors' usual style of player, but he brings explosiveness and the ability to drop 30 points in a game on his own. Despite a season filled with injuries, he averaged over 65 games and more than 25 points per game in his previous 4 seasons. Shooting 38% from beyond the arc for his career, LaVine provides the scoring punch the Warriors crave. Defense is a concern, and his playoff experience is limited to just 4 games due to not being a primary option on a contending team. the Dubs might just provide the best chance of unlocking the talent he has. As for acquiring him, Levine reportedly wants out of Chicago. But there's also Brandon Ingram that could fit in nicely. He's approaching 27 and has faced some challenges in the postseason, but Ingram stands tall at 6'8", a forward with impressive shot creation skills. While not a stellar three-point shooter, he thrives in the mid-range and excels as a playmaker who can handle the ball and distribute. For the Warriors, acquiring him would hinge on their belief in his untapped potential, which seems promising. They need to see if they can unlock more from his game. As for making a move, the Pelicans might be open to a deal. He's under contract for one more year at $36 million before likely seeking a significant extension. Another player the Dubs could look to acquire is a certain DeJounte Murray. Murray is approaching 28 and just had a standout season. While not the best shooter, he's evolving into a reliable shooter, especially in clutch moments. His defensive skills, honed during his Spurs days, add to his value. Though at 6'5", he's on the smaller side to pair next to Curry. There's definite star potential there. To bring him to the Warriors, Atlanta's backcourt experiment with Murray and Trae Young might not pan out, opening up possibilities for a move. Murray kicks off a 4-year, $120 million contract extension next season, making him a financial commitment but potentially worth the investment. Now there's Miles Turner. Recently turned 28, Turner has shown his prowess, especially in the playoffs for the Pacers. Standing at 6'11", he adds versatility to his ability to hit open threes and protect the rim effectively. He's remained fairly athletic and has been on the trade radar for the past 2 seasons. With a manageable 1 year and $19.9 million left on his contract, Turner remains an intriguing target if circumstances align for the Warriors. And one name stood out, Paul George. The Warriors were eyeing him hard. They've struggled to find a reliable co-star for Steph since Kevin Durant left in 2019. Klay Thompson's defense and offense dipped due to injuries. Draymond Green has been hit or miss, and while Andrew Wiggins looked great in the 2022 postseason, he hasn't kept up that form. Jonathan Kuminga showed promise recently, but expecting a 21-year-old to be a top 2 player on a championship team is a big ask. Paul George could have been an ideal player to bring on board, but the Warriors lost out on him to the 76ers. But another name has been mentioned, Kevin Durant. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but remember how wild it was when KD first joined the Bay Area in 2016? That partnership led to 3 finals and 2 championships in 3 seasons. Now, with KD possibly eyeing other options after the Suns fell short of their championship goals, the Warriors are reportedly exploring the idea. For this to even be a thing, the Warriors would probably need KD to want out of Phoenix. It's a long shot, but not impossible, given his history of changing teams. Now, landing Durant would be a blockbuster move, possibly requiring the Warriors to empty their asset vault. That means saying goodbye to young talents like Jonathan Kuminga and possibly all their future first-round picks. It's a massive gamble, but KD's proven ability to elevate a team to championship status makes it a tempting prospect for Golden State. And at this point, the Warriors could fall into any temptation to avoid another shameful season. There's also DeMar DeRozan. Approaching 35, he offers offensive firepower with his mid-range game and isolation skills, potentially adding a new dimension to the Warriors' offense. His ability to perform in clutch moments could reduce the pressure from Steph. However, his defensive contributions are limited, and he's historically been less effective off the ball. Adding DeRozan would be a move for immediate offensive impact, though it comes with considerations about fit and defensive shortcomings. There's a whole bunch of options for the Dubs this offseason, but how do you see it turning out?